Brothers and sisters, good afternoon to you. This is Victor Callender. Today is the 27th, I beg your pardon, today is the 27th day of August 2025. The time is now 17:29 or 5:29 Pacific Standard Time. I'm extremely interested in a post that occurred earlier in this medium with reference to the brother of Ralph Thorne, who is an orthopedic surgeon at the QEH. And I found that to be in a very interesting situation because of the human dynamics that have evolved with reference to that situation. As most of you know, I am an administrative officer in a dual hospital system, quite large federal organization in the Pacific Northwest. So I'm quite familiar with the duties of physicians and ancillary staff across the board as it relates to the deliverance of a healthcare a model. I do know that when a physician, um, nurse practitioner, physician assistant, anyone who possesses any form of clinical hierarchy um, goes off the rail as it relates to the usage of narcotics. That situation becomes very tenuous as it relates to their licensure. I don't know what applicable laws Barbados possesses with reference to that, but any time medications are diverted, depending um, on the class of medication, if it's a narcotic and it's diverted, the window of penalties include looking at the number of times the incident occurred, and if it's been repetitious, of course, and the person has sought out help um, by having some form of remediation for the issue, and then reoccurs. Now you get into issues of licensure, restrictions on licensure, and possible criminal prosecution. I do not know that any of this occurred, but I do know that in order for us to make intelligent decisions with reference to information given us, the article written or given was solidified a lot of information, processed a lot of information, but there is still information that needs to be added. Did the QEH hospital, in concert with the government of Barbados, seek remediation as it referenced this physician? How many times did the act occur? What penalties um, are involved? And I know that some of this, because of a person who has sought remedy by going to a treatment facility, does have certain privileges and rights, but also patient safety should be of the utmost. So if someone is practicing medicine or dentistry and continuously offends and re-offends, then what laws are in place in Barbados to resolve those issues? Um, I know that in a clinical setting where patient care delivery is important, that you can restrict the doctor's licensure um, and have him or her still work in a clinical setting, but not have hands-on patient care delivery. My question would be, has this been brought to light? Has this physician been given the opportunity to resolve his issues and yet not be hazardous to patients? What laws would Barbados have in place to remove physicians, nurses, nurse practitioners, physicians' assistants, dentists, any person in a clinical practicing skill set from offering hazardous, potentially deadly health care to patients? What classes of drugs would Barbados have as it relates to the prescriptive authority of a narcotized physician to prohibit that person from practicing medicine? Those are the questions that I would have. Those are the questions that I am asking. So it is important that the public know that when a physician in a clinical environment lays hand on a patient, that patient would be safe to the best of that hospital's system. If that physician is laying hands on a patient and that pretends to be unsafe, why is it that the government of Barbados, the Ministry of Health, the CEO of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital, but more importantly, why does the Prime Minister of Barbados know that this is occurring and nothing is being done to facilitate the safe delivery of health care to patients in their most compromised situations, that of needing orthopedic surgery, which is intensive and could potentially be a very serious situation as it relates to the Barbadian population? That would be my question. Those would be my questions.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.